Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Android Weekly / Android Q&A. First thing I want to do is actually let you guys know we are currently having a giveaway, which is going to end in about 2 weeks. It is on the recently Bluetooth speaker, waterproof speaker we have on our channel. It starts with a C. I can't remember it off the top of my name, but iPhone or some, but yes, so it is a live giveaway. Check that video out to see how you can enter to win. We have about 10 people who've entered so far, but that's a little light for us, so I'm just letting you know on our channel. Right now, we do have a giveaway, so make sure to go and check that out. All right, now if you're new to Android Weekly, the first thing we start off is going over all the news that happened during the week. Then we go over questions that were emailed to me during the week. If you want me to answer your question, just email me at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com, and I will answer your question next week, hopefully. However, if you want guaranteed answers, well, then you just tune in live. At the end of each show, I go over every comment and make sure I answer it live on the air. If you have a question and you're watching live, just make sure to ask it at the comment section in the bottom down below. All right, now the first bit of news comes from LG. And yes, we have a leak of their upcoming phone. So this is called the G Pro series. It was originally made to compete with the Note series from Samsung. And apparently we will have a number 3. Now the first 2 Pros were not very successful, and neither was the LG Flex each time. However, with this one, they are hoping to kind of finally niche that correctly. So what are they going to do? Well, it's going to be a 6-inch, which is a little bit bigger than we've seen in the past, but it's going to be a 2560 by 1440, which will be one of LG's best screens at this size. So that's always really good for that purpose. Now, the other thing is it's supposed to have Snapdragon's 820 chipset, which no phone currently has on the market right now, and pack 4 gigs of RAM. This is really big, especially when you add the 20.7 megapixel rear camera. So this would be a huge contender for one of the best smartphones of the year. Now the question is, will it be released and will it have all these specifications? Namely the Snapdragon 820. This is really interesting for me just because of the fact that with this, it would be Snapdragon's tipping point to either regain the market share they've lost in the processor market, or will it be their final nail? If for those of you who don't remember, a couple of years back, NVIDIA was actually the lead smartphone and tablet maker over Snapdragon. And the reason why people stopped using them was because they had one really bad chipset called, actually, I want to say it was the Tegra 3, but it might have been the Tegra 2. Basically, it was a really glitchy chipset, and it just really was bad overall. Because this chipset was so bad, they stopped making, cell phone manufacturers left them and went to Qualcomm. Qualcomm leaded the smartphone chipset making for a while, but now they could fall because the 810 has been nothing but issues in every single smartphone it's been in. All right, now there's also the iPhone 6s leak, which offers a new NFC chipset, and there will be still a 16 gig storage model. So Apple will not be following the trend of Android manufacturers in offering 32 gig at a minimum. They will still continue to offer 16 at a minimum. The new NFC just brings a bit stronger technology. There's no word if they will be able to transfer files, which currently you cannot do on iPhones via NFC. Now, the other big thing is that the cameras do look like they're going to be exactly what I predicted a little while back, which is a 12 megapixel rear camera and a 3 megapixel front camera. So, of course, this is an S series, so they're not seeing too dramatic of a change. It's just the basics. So, yep, those are going to be the iPhone 6s. And that's pretty much it for iPhone 6s. Nothing too flashy that's going to come out. Now, the Galaxy Note 5 is going to offer built-in now writing on PDF feature. Now, there's been plenty of third-party apps that do this. However, Samsung will have this built in now, which is really great. It's just great to have always built-in software, and it makes it really easy to do so. So this will be really nice that you're going to be able to write in PDF. So if you need a signature for a contract or anything really, you can fill it all out with your pen with the new Note 5. That's a really great feature to have, and one, frankly, that I would love to have. So I'm really happy that this is coming. LG is also making a better and more efficient battery that could dramatically improve the current battery of smartwatches. Well, 25% more. So yes, it is a significant increase, but I'm really curious to see how will it go. But yeah, it's a really kind of interesting take on it, and it's really great. I mean, we need bigger batteries. So this is really something that I think we'll look forward to in upcoming smartwatches in the next 2 to 3 years. And finally, OnePlus. Yes, we know the OnePlus 2 is coming out, and it's expected to be unveiled and released on the same day of July 27th. But what is it going to have? Well, we've gotten a few things, such as we know what the processor will be, and now we know that it will also have a fingerprint scanner, it will have a Type-C USB port, and we know the final thing is that it's going to also most likely have metal on it. So these are all new updates on the OnePlus 2 or OnePlus One 2 that's going to be coming out as well. All right, let's get to the weekly questions now. And the first question is from Eslo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And the question is, what are your thoughts on the Nexus 7 2013 now in 2015? Because on Amazon I checked, it is you can get it for $160. Well, here's my thing. For that price point, I would much rather recommend spending $40 more and getting the great tablet that is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.4, or sorry, Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4. That comes in at $200. It has a substantially better processor. It has the best screen resolution you can get on a tablet, 2560 by 1600. And it just is an amazing tablet overall. It also has 16 gigs. It is expandable, which the Nexus is not. And I really think it's great for all intents and purposes. Now, if you wanted to put, the Google launcher on there, perfect. You have a great tablet then if you don't want to have, if you wanted to keep it more stock. But with this added functionality, you also get split screen, which would not be on the Nexus, which is something I think is great for tablets. But the Nexus 7 in today's age, I would not recommend it, simply because when the Nexus 7 2013 edition first came out, it was $229. Now that is a $40 after within 1 year it became a standard of $200, and then now 2 years later we're at $160. So it's a $70 difference, but I feel that there will be a much better Nexus this year because Nexus 9 was a huge failure and no one cared about it because it was a 4:3 aspect ratio and the graphics and the processor on it was one that almost no applications were compatible. It was just a mess. It was just a really mess. It was again the biggest disappointing tablet of last year for me by far, when I was so excited for a new Nexus tablet. And the Nexus 7 2013 was an amazing one, but then 2014 brought us the horrible Nexus 9. So for that reason, I would wait to see what new Nexus will come out this year, and I think it would be worth the wait. If you don't want to wait, I would spend $40 more and get the Samsung tablet right now. That one is probably the best one for that price point. And just to show you I mean that, that's the one I got from my fiance when she just replaced her Asus Nexus 7 2013 edition. We just replaced it, and we replaced it with that Samsung one. So yes. All right, Alex Rudd. Hey, Alex, do you think the new Samsung battery technology will make its way to the Note 5? Is it something that we will see in a year or two from now? Just wondering how far away putting batteries in their smartphones. It would be cool to be on the Note 5. Yes, it would be very cool, but it's not going to be on the Note 5. No, this technology is in research and development, and it's successfully passed through research and development. But to get to give you an idea, once it goes past research and development, then we know it works. Now we need to get the cost down. See, we can have all of these amazing technologies right now on smartphones. We can have a phone that bends and flips, cannot be broken. We can have one that opens up and it turns into a tablet. We can have all that kind of stuff. But who's going to spend $3,000 on a smartphone? Not that many people. So that's the problem, is that you have to get the cost down on all of these things, and then they'll be worth it. And that's what we're waiting for, Alex, is that they've now successfully gone through research and development for it. Now they need to get the cost down. My guess would be that, yes, we would see this in about 3 years, and then we would have it. So yes, that's when I would say 3 years would be a good tipping point for this new battery technology. Look, it could even be as soon as 1 full year. So meaning not on the Note 5, but possibly on the S7. But it will not be on the Note 5. I guarantee that. It's Note 5 is already made, really. I mean, they might be tweaking it a little bit, but Samsung's pretty much has the Note 5 down. I guarantee that. Charlie asks, I want to know, is there a better way to do a screenshot on the S6? Currently doing the palm swipe option, but it's frustrating when I miss, and most likely do because you have a tempered glass on it as well. Is there another way to take a screenshot feature? Actually, yes. The standard way to do it on any Samsung phone for the past, since the S3, has been holding down the home and power button at the same time. Now, on stock Android, I believe it's like volume down and power button. No, volume up and power button, I believe. But yeah, on Samsung, it's always been, and hopefully you saw that, just like the screen capture. So home, power, that's it. And that's how you would do it very simply and easily. All right. I honestly cannot pronounce your name. I honestly cannot, so I do not want to mess that up. The question, though, that you're asking is, do you know an app that can use one-touch switching between apps? I know you mentioned Swap, but that's a two-touch system, and it takes a few seconds to load most times. Also, okay, so let me answer this question first. So the two apps I kept them somewhere. So the two apps that I would recommend for this are actually these. So the first app is Switcher. Switcher is a pretty interesting thing. So it has all your apps in like a fan, and you swipe it from the side, and then you can swipe and you'll see them in this sort of fashion. Now on tablets, it can also do a circular ring, but mainly it goes like this. So you see all your apps are across, and you just, with one hand, kind of grab it, and then just slide to this one, or slide to that one, whichever one you want, and you stop at the app you're on, and then it will immediately load it as such. So that's how that one works. The other one is very close to Swaps, and my friend preferred it over Swaps. I still prefer Swaps, but this one is you just swipe from the side and hold it down, and then you go down, and when you release it, that's what the app it's on. So if I would swipe from the side, and while I still have my finger on it, if I let go on the screen right when it's on Chrome, then it launches Chrome. If I let go when it's on Hangouts, then it launches Hangouts. So that's how this one works. Again, very similar to Swaps, but this one does do it right away. So it's a much, it is one-handed rather than Swaps. Again, does take it 2 seconds, like you're right. I actually don't like it when it's kind of like just one way and kind of takes, I like that. I don't like it when it's just as soon as I'm let my hand go off the screen, then it launches. I like to take my time. What is the problem with memory management on Android? I use Note 2. Very often I keep getting notice that an app I do not use isn't responding. How can I stop apps from running in the background? Well, there's a couple of things to that. One of the ways is to go under settings and go under data usage and actually not allow the app to use internet in the background. So basically what that is say, What's an app that really doesn't need it? For Samsung, for me, S Finder. I never use S Finder. I don't find it that useful, really. And it's taking data in the background. I don't need it to take data in the background. So I go to settings. I go to what did I just say it was? Data usage. And then I go into S Finder, and then I restrict it from using any data in the background so that it cannot use data in the background. Once it realizes that it cannot use, then it automatically like, oh, I can't do this operation, and then it goes away. So that's a good way of doing it. The Note 2 really shouldn't have that many issues with this, though, because the Note 2, as far as I know, can only go up to KitKat or maybe even Jelly Bean, which didn't have as many memory issues as the current ones do, which is everything on what the hell is that horrible one we're on right now? KitKat, Lollipop. Yeah, Lollipop. Lollipop is, or no, not. Yes, Lollipop. Yeah, Lollipop is what we're on right now. It is the worst thing ever in terms of memory management. So that one is the one we're all on right now. And yes, it is really bad. So yeah. All right, guys. Now make sure to ask any question you want to answer. Want me to answer live in the comment section down below. Want to take a drink? And I will answer it live. So any question you have on Android or mobile, any thoughts you want me to convey, please let me know right now. On the meantime, while I wait for you guys to ask those questions, I want you to know that yes, we still are launching our second channel. So that is going to be happening. I know last week I said it's going to be happening that day. And if you can see, I have the mainstream movie guy as a link on my current YouTube channel. And I see some of you guys have subscribed to it already. Thank you for that. But I will be doing an announcement video. I want to make it more official. You know, I'm going to dress up in a suit and, you know, let people know that this is happening. Also, guys, we're about to pass a huge staple in YouTube. And we will probably do a giveaway for that, just because it's quite humbling for me to get to this. But for those of you guys that have seen my subscribers, and please always share with your friends and family that you watch this show, and you know you watch all my videos, that how great I am and how they should subscribe. But I'm about to pass 100,000 subscribers, which I don't. From what I've heard, that yes, once I get to 100,000, I'm going to get like a plaque saying for that achievement. And then I hear it happens again when you pass 500,000. So, you know, a little bit of ways from that. And then you get another one when it happens to 1 million, and like the plaques get bigger as you go up. So that'll be really cool. And yeah, so make sure to share all the videos, you know, in the next few weeks. And we're gonna hit 100,000 subscribers. That's really great, and it's blown away. 3 years ago, I did not think that this was going to be that big. You know, I did it as a side thing, and yeah, keep asking your questions, and I will answer them. But I also want to answer one question that I forgot about, because it was more of a, like, this person was asking more personal stuff, so I didn't decide to put their name or anything like that on there. But someone asked me, can you do a career off of YouTube? Can you quit your job and just do YouTube? And I thought this was relevant because of just, you know, I'm about to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I'm to the point now where my YouTube channel makes as much every week as my first job did. So I'm to the point where, yes, I'm making over like $500 a week, which is a really good stance. And I'm very, very happy about that. But, you know, when someone asks me, could I do this for a living? For me at my age, this would not be enough money for me to live off of, especially with the responsibilities that I would have. But it has been a great passion project for me. Could I ever see myself doing this full time? Absolutely. That would essentially be my goal, is to do this full time. But it's not at that point yet. And So you see at the point I'm at with 100,000 subscribers, and what are we at now, guys? How many views do we have? We have, we have over 21 million views and about 100,000 subscribers, and that's the point I'm at right now. Now, the really interesting thing about that is when you're at this point, you get things from manufacturers. You've seen me, review all these different products, and yes, manufacturers will send me them now. But to that point, that's now. And originally, I was spending money that I didn't, that I was losing money originally on YouTube, and then I ended up gaining money. I broke even, then I gained money. And the more I'm saying this, I think this would be a great separate video. I think I might do a whole video on this. Can you make money off of YouTube? And I think this would be a great just separate video for you guys to have. So I'm going to leave that off. And because I see you guys have some questions now, so I'll actually answer them. Stalling a little bit, but yeah, I just that was a question that someone had asked, and I think I'll do a full video on that one. Kronos DB, what is up, Kronos? It is funny that you talk about the Galaxy Tab Pro because I thought about getting it today from Best Buy. Should I wait a few months for the Tab S to go down in money? So the Tab S, what did it add? The Tab S added an LED screen that looks freaking amazing. And it also added the ability to do the fingerprint scanner. Those are the main two features the Tab S added. Is it worth it? Well, right now the Tab S is on sale at Best Buy, but it's $100 more than the Tab Pro. Overall, what I think it's better, well, actually, I would say the Tab Pro, funny enough, has a better battery life, and that's because the LED screen on the Tab S is so much brighter, which is awesome, but because it's so much brighter, it, of course, will drain the battery more quickly. So that is important to note. And so I just wanted to mention that more clearly. The Tab S Pro, I feel will go, or sorry, the Tab S Pro, that's going to be the new one. No, the Tab S will go down as soon as the Tab S2 will come out, which, I mean, if I would say, who knows when it'll come out, but I have a feeling it'll come out with the next Note. But if it won't come out at that time, then yeah, it might come out before, it might come out a little bit after, but my guess is it will come out around that time. And the Tab S then will go down a little bit more, but I don't see it going down more than $250. I do not see it going down to $200. So that being said, I would recommend if it's worth it to wait a couple of months to save $50, then I mean, yeah, wait for the Tab S later. But if that doesn't really seem like that much worth it to you, then I would get the Tab Pro now. The Note 4, so big alpha male. Note 4 for me and my girlfriend, Pandora, Wi-Fi at home. Sorry, it's a little bit longer, so I'm just going to read it. Pandora, So you and your girlfriend both have Note 4s, and when on Wi-Fi at work or at home, it's taking longer when the song kind of starts or ends for like a next song to come on, and you never had that delay beforehand. It could be so, and you said you never had that before with Kit Kat, but now you're experiencing it now. So I'm guessing you have Lollipop to thank for that. Lollipop, unfortunately, was really crappy. So here's the thing. Honestly, this is my best answer I could give to you. The probably ultimate solution, since you cleared the data, cleared the cache and everything else, and you tried reinstalling the app and everything, would be to honestly, and this sucks, to back up your phone. Back up your phone with Samsung Smart Switch on a computer or Samsung Keys. Back up the phone. Once it's backed up, then you wipe it and then put everything back on it. It's a sucky solution, but it would probably be my best solution right now for the time being, this would probably be the best solution right now. Again, without being there, without being able to test it out and all that. And unfortunately, I don't use Pandora. I use Google Music, which doesn't have this issue. So for that reason, that would be my recommendation to get it perfect. Now, could you try other things? Yeah, you can try using something like Clean Master to basically, get Clean Master to search for advanced cleaning. Takes rid of all the junk apps that are using RAM and cache and everything like that in the background. You can also look at my video on how to speed up the Note 4, which shows you that you can get a lot of the bloatware off your phone because maybe that's what's using a lot of your memory now. But in the end, Lollipop sucks, and the memory management issue is a known issue for all Lollipop devices, and it sucks. So yes, it sucks. So yeah, that's unfortunately my solution for right now. That would be the best for you. All right. Yes, if you can go back to KitKat, if you're that tech savvy, go back to KitKat. But yeah, Lollipop sucks. Android M cannot come soon enough. All right. Excellent. What is the best gaming tablet and phone you can recommend? Okay, so the best gaming tablet, I would have to say right now, would probably be one of the best rated tablets of last year. It made my top, I think it made my top 2 or top 3 on both. So I think it was the second best tablet of the year last year overall, and I think it was the third best budget tablet or something like that. But the NVIDIA Shield tablet, it's an amazing tablet. It is absolutely amazing, and I couldn't recommend it more. And it was the best solution for the Nexus users. For Nexus users, because you didn't want to get the Nexus 9 because it sucked, you wanted to get a good, mostly stock experience, and that was the NVIDIA Shield tablet. It's amazing. It has an amazing processor, amazing graphics card. Had a 16 gig version that was, I believe, $299, and even the 32 gig version gave you LTE, and that one was $399. Amazing tablet overall. Definitely recommend it, and it's a great tablet. So that would be the best gaming one by far. Plus, you can play exclusives on it, such as Doom 3, Half-Life 1 and 2, Portal 1 and 2, and lots of other games coming to it. Now, the best gaming phone right now would probably be the S6. The Galaxy S6 would probably be the best gaming one. It compared to the 3, right? There's 3 right now: the HTC One M9, the LG G4, and the S6. Out of all 3 of them, the S6 did not overheated the least when I really stressed it out with the gaming review. And you can check out the gaming review on all 3 of those devices, but the LG really did tend to run hot. The HTC ran really hot. And yeah, the S6 ran the least hot. It really just got a little warm, but it was nothing compared to the other 2. So yes, overall, I would say the S6 would be the best gaming phone until the Note 5 comes out. After backup wipe and reset back to batteries, stay with KitKat or try Lollipop again. You can try Lollipop again. You have to realize that, I hope you know this, but yeah, to do KitKat on the Note 4 again, you have to root it to bring it back, pretty much. So yeah, I would just reset it and try Lollipop again. Yeah, so you're having issues with Facebook as well. Yeah, again, I would uninstall or back up your system, reinstall it using Samsung keys, and then it should be good. That's what I would recommend doing. So yeah. All right, guys. Any other questions before we call this a show? Trying to make sure that I'm scrolling through and saw every question that was asked. Yep, looks like it. Try refreshing the question, see if anything else came up. Nope, does not look like it. But yeah, guys, so we will be starting the second channel. I'm going to try to do that tonight, depending on how my fiance feels right now. But yes, I will try to get that done tonight. So we will be seeing the second show. I have 3 movie reviews already coming out for it, as well as we're going to do, a box office review and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you guys will like the new channel. Please subscribe to it. Subscribe definitely helps out. So please subscribe to the second channel. Again, it's already on my YouTube channel as a link. When you go to my channel on the right side, you'll see the mainstream movie guy and a little picture of me kind of going like, I forgot actually how I'm going. I think I'm going like this. But yeah, hopefully see you guys on next week's episode. And always check that out. Did you? Oh, sorry. I saw your video on the Tab Pro. Did you have any problems with lag when running a multi-window? No, there's not really problems. Again, I just got it for my fiance. I set it up for her, and I experienced nothing with lag. However, she doesn't run multi-window that much, so like I did it when setting up the device, and I did play with multi-window a little bit. And maybe it's been the updates since I first reviewed it. Obviously, that was over a year ago. But yeah, it's pretty fluid now compared to how bad it was. I still hate the My Magazine thing, which is there, but can't win them all. Best VR 3D movie player, please. I have not gotten really into it. The one I love is one that's actually not for regular. It's not for the Google Cardboard. It's for Oculus, or for the Gear VR that I have for the S6, and that's Oculus Cinema. But that's only if you have a Gear VR. You can't use that on a Google Cardboard. But that one's freaking awesome. Like when I was watching it, I'm in the movie theater and it's like popping out at me. So it's really great. There are a few of them, but I just haven't played with them enough because when I use VR, I use it on the Gear VR. I don't use it on the Google Cardboard one. So there are a few, I've seen them, but again, I just don't use them as much because of that. So I'm sorry, I just haven't looked into it as much. But yeah, there's a lot of them out there. I would, the best thing about Android now is that you can really buy something and return it within hours. So I would just simply recommend loading a 3D movie on your device, buying one, because most of them are paid for, most of them aren't free. And when you do it, you put it on there and then you watch it. If it's not good, then you can refund it. And you can do that within an hour. I think it's like 3 hours, or 2 to 3 hours, you can refund an app. So because it's only going to take you about 10 minutes to test it, that's what I would recommend doing to find out your best VR 3D player. Is the NVIDIA Shield really worth it? I'm not big on gaming, just want a good media player. Well, one of the best parts about the NVIDIA Shield is it has front-firing speakers, which obviously is really good for watching your movies or, using it as just for music playing. It's one of the best speakers on a tablet. So yes, I took that into account, that even if you just want like a stock Android experience, or even if you just want an overall good tablet, that's a great one to go with. Now, if you're really only looking to play movies on it, then you might want to take a look at the Tab Pro 8.4 from Samsung, because that's $100 less and it has a better screen than the NVIDIA. So there you have that. Better sound quality and better overall tablet would go to the NVIDIA Shield. However, if you just want a good all-around tablet for the price, the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4 is definitely your best bet at $199. That's a great one. So yeah. All right, guys. Is there any other questions? Anything else? Anything else you're wondering right now that you're just dying to ask? And anything coming up this month? Nothing really coming up this month. The One 1+1 2 is kind of come out. That's the main thing. The next things that are coming up in September, we have the iPhone launch. We'll probably have the Note launch around that time. I know everyone is saying that the Note is coming out easier. Until Samsung makes an announcement, I'm not believing it. But because the Note is generally announced at the end of August, beginning of September, and then it comes out in when does it come out? Then it comes out in June. No, sorry, in June. Then it comes out at the first week of October. So I don't believe it's coming out earlier, but if Samsung says it will, then we'll believe it. All right, guys, it looks like all the questions we had this week. Thank you, as always, for watching. Please give that like, thumbs up down below. It definitely always helps us out. And again, thank you for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.